Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Nick Eden, and welcome to episode 10 of Morning Cup of Merch. So, guys, this week I am really excited because I am taking the next step in diversifying my print-on-demand business. And I just want to talk about it really quickly, why it's important to diversify. So, unless you have a DTG printer where you are fulfilling your own orders, sometimes doing local merch can be a bit cumbersome. Of course, how we do it is, hey, I'll take your design, I put it up on Amazon or Teespring or Etsy or wherever. You can purchase it. It'll ship out to you, the whole nine. Here's the thing, though. What happens when you have someone who's like, I need a shirt tomorrow? I'll pay the premium, but I need the shirt physically in my hands tomorrow. Well, you can't go to a local screen printer because you're going to have a minimum. They may just need one shirt. And it's the same deal with if it's like 4 or 5 shirts. Most screen printers want a minimum of 7 to 12. And unless you have a company like Big Frog in your area where they can do no minimum shirts, same or next day service, then you may really be screwed out of a sale. And I know everybody's like, well, it's only one sale. Well, it happens to me quite often, right? There are a lot of festivals in my area, a lot of stuff where I could just realistically want to set up and do a lot of different t-shirts and just sell for this local event. I get everybody is on this whole passive income thing, but I look at it like this. I'm a young guy. I still got my mind. I still got my back, and I still got my legs. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to get as much passive and active income as possible. So I don't mind setting up at festivals and things like that and selling shirts. I worked for Harley Davidson. Well, I worked for US Bank as a contractor for almost 5 years selling their Harley Davidson credit card. And I've been to every motorcycle rally in the country. Every major one anyway. From Sturgis to Daytona to Laconia, Americade, you name it, more than likely I've been there. And the one thing I learned being there is, man, these people that sell t-shirts make a truckload of money. Everybody's so worried about tearing up and I'm on the such and such tier and I need to sell this much to get. Those physical sales, those impulse buys, where you're selling a shirt, 2 for $20, where it may have only cost you $5 or $6 to make the shirts total. Like, you're missing out on a larger market. And so I'm going to be making 2 very significant purchases, and I'm going to do some content about it. I really am going to do some content about it. I'm gonna buy a heat press. The heat press should be here by the end of the week, and then I am going to purchase a DTG printer over the next 2 or 3 months. Now, while the heat press is not going to be as much of an expense as the DTG printer, I think they're both worth it. But man, that DTG printer is going to cost quite a few thousand. So, but I do want to keep everybody updated on everything because I think that's important. I think we have to realize that we are more than just the Merch by Amazon business. We're more than just the Printful business. I'll give you an example. Last year, in June, I had a shirt that was selling extremely well, but it was going to fall off like mid-June, and I knew that because it was based around a specific date. And I talked about this on my last podcast last year before I reactivated. Oh, by the way, new podcast is out today. It's also on the channel, so if you're already on the channel, just head over to the channel and click 4554 podcast. But so I knew the shirt was going to fall off like mid-June. And I had one sale come through, and then almost immediately it was canceled. Maybe about an hour later, I got a message on Facebook because it was one of my brands that, I put a lot of promotion into. This gentleman sought out the brand name, found me on Facebook, sent me a message and said, hey, I went to Amazon and I purchased a shirt there, but it wasn't going to be back in time for me to get it on the day that I need to get it. Is there a way I can buy the shirt directly from you? I said, oh, okay, cool. So I sent him a PayPal link, and I fulfilled the order through Printful. Luckily, it went through, but like a couple days later, I tried it again with someone else who reached out to me. And because Printful was so backed up, because Father's Day is such a huge time of the year for t-shirts, I even emailed them because it had been days at that point before they fulfilled the order, and they were like pretty much saying, hey, we're backed up, I don't know what to tell you. So in my mind, I'm kicking myself because I'm like, if I had a DTG printer or a heat press, I could have fulfilled that order for them and sent it out the next day. I'm the type of guy where I don't care if it's Christmas Eve. If you place an order with me on Christmas Eve, the moment that the post office opens, the day after Christmas, I'm going to be there shipping that shirt out. And now it's just a situation where I have to be in position to where when those situations happen, and they've been happening increasingly, taking total control of your print-on-demand business should be the ultimate step. If you're not fulfilling them directly, you should have a fulfillment partner that you can count on that can fulfill it in a short amount of time. Does that mean I won't use Printful anymore, or Teespring, or merch, or anything like that? Absolutely not. But in a situation where I can control a lot of those impulse buys, a lot of those late holiday buys via my Shopify, my free webs, or my WooCommerce stores, or just in general, because one thing I plan on doing is utilizing other marketplaces. I plan on utilizing Facebook Marketplace. I plan on utilizing Let Go and Craigslist, and anywhere where shirts can be sold, anywhere where products can be sold. I'm trying to put some products on there. And I think it's just important for us to take total control of our print-on-demand business. And so that's my step to doing so. Now, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, I'm going to put the content. I have 2 YouTube channels. The first is the one that you're on right now. The second one is another one called Side Hustle Tech. That's going to be more so, and I'm building the content and have been working on content for that since about January. But essentially, that's going to be where I do a lot of the content about the heat press, reviews on different companies. I'm not going to be doing the whole Cricut thing and cutting the vinyl myself. I have some pre-done designs that I'm going to have done through a website that handles that type of thing. Some 1 color, 2 color, full color, whole 9, and that will be a lot of the content there. So you'll be able to follow the journey here on this channel, but the bulk of the content will be on that channel as well. And I mean, I would say even if you just go and buy a $150 heat press, it's worth it. It's worth it. And no, heat presses are not the same. Well, the vinyl cut shirts, in my opinion, are not the same quality as DTG, but neither is screen printing. And that's fine, but I still think it's worth it. And if you can build the capital up enough, or finance a DTG printer, I would say make that choice. And do you take over all of your fulfillment? No, but take control of your finances. Take a larger chunk of the money that comes in from selling, especially on listings where you're driving traffic to them yourself. So that's just my 2 cents on it. Don't forget, guys, again, the newest episode of the 4554 podcast is out. So take a look at that, listen to that. I really appreciate it. I talk about the top 3 tips that you should look into before purchasing a course. I know that's a big source of contention within the merch community lately. So I just wanted to address that really quickly. And also I wanted to emphasize again, I got hit with it again. Some more trademark stuff. Yeah. If nothing else, join that Trademark Watchdogs group just to learn the information. I'm not saying you have to go in there and participate or anything like that, but even if you just join the fight from the standpoint of LOPs and just trying to help get all these frivolous trademarks down, it's getting ridiculous. It's already been ridiculous, but it's getting even more ridiculous. These people are not building brands. They are simply trademarking phrases so that they can knock out the rest of the competition, and it's time out for it. The frivolous trademarks, it's time out for it. We as sellers, there's no reason that we should be getting any dings on our account or anything like that just because someone decided, hey, I'm building a brand around this. I just want to knock out the competition. It's ridiculous. It's childish. It's bad business, and it needs to be stopped. So, and until somebody else comes with a platform that's better, I know for me, and I already had a decent understanding of trademarks, I've not had more knowledge from one singular place on trademarks than I did in the Trademark Watchdogs group. So please join that on Facebook. Like I said, even if you just absorb the information and use it to help fight all this BS, because it's affecting all of our money, and it shouldn't have to. It shouldn't be that way. That's all I've got for today, guys. Take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.